want to see him interview Steve and ask him if he's going to start another party over this deal and all this kind of stuff. I want to see Whoopi try to explain this one away. So I can't wait for that one. But just so you know, this normal guy that's trying to identify with regular people, 960 type people, y'all realize this moron was born in San Francisco, has never left the state of California. He was a board member, a supervisor, mayor, governor, all that stuff. He's never left that area of the country. Went to a private Christian university. So exactly who's he trying to identify with if he calls that normal?
He's just lying, brother. He's just lying. He's code switching, as they call it. I mean, all you got to do is a quick Google search of the guy and know that he wasn't raised like that. Like he was like raised up in Compton, riding around doing drive-bys out of the back of a 64 Impala with Easy-E or something. I was raised in the hood. It's like the people from Madison.
Tried to toughen him up.
It's like the people
they tried to toughen him up and gave him a few speeches where he threw out a few cuss words, really, like you said, make him the man part of the party. And then they realized, well, he's not pulling that off too well, so let's just try to go populist mode. Never mind the fact that he's already going to get 90% of the black vote, or the people of color, as they call everybody now.
POC.
Which last time I checked, white was a color, so I think I'm a person of color. I'm just saying.
We got a bunch of videos of Democrats being racist that we're going to play here in the next segment. So I think you're going to enjoy it. And then we're going to play a game called What Else Could He Have Said to Black People that would have meant the same thing? And I think people are going to enjoy this segment. This is all things I got off the internet, by the way. So it's going to be good. All right, brother. You got anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right, bye. If you want to call in, 601-879-0002. Let's not forget the time that Joe Biden, there's only 8 seconds. Let's not forget the time Joe Biden said, well, I'll just let you tell him. I'll let him tell you what he said.
We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Oh, let's do it one more time.
This notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
And he's saying it standing in front of a wall that's got these signs on it that says Asian and Latino Coalition PAC. Because you're poor doesn't mean you're not as bright as the white kids. Oh, you mean dang it, white privilege strikes again. The supremacy strikes back. We'll be right back on the Clay Edwards Show. Or just Google Anglin Plumbing. All right. The Ellis Autoplex text line, 769-241-1944. The phone line, 601-879-0002. Did I say that slow enough for the Democrats in the back? Do I need to slow it down a little bit more for the Democrats? Y'all just let me know. I can. Governor Tate Reeves has replied to Gavin Newsom. So Gavin, let's see here. Let's see if I say all this right. Sean Hannity tweeted a video out of Gavin Newsom, and it says, well, if he tweets the video of Newsom telling black people they're stupid and can't read and he's just like them. I do believe he's stupid and can't read, but I don't think that that's representative of black people, by the way. But I do think he wasn't lying. He is a 960 SAT guy. He is an idiot. He's also a lizard person. He's kind of like a transformer, a shapeshifter. But anyway, Sean says, Gavin Newsom thinks a 960 SAT makes him like black Americans. Let that sink in. And then Gavin says, he says a cuss word on the internet, y'all. He says, you didn't give an S about the president of the United States of America posting an ape video of President Obama and calling African nations S-holes. But you're going to call me racist for talking about my lifelong struggle with dyslexia? Oh, now what is disableism? Ableism? Now we're ableist? Dyslexia. Shut up. Anyway, with Tate Reeves chimed in way faster than he normally does. Normally he'd have had to do 2 weeks of polling and robocalls to see if the people of Mississippi wanted him to clap back on Gavin Newsom. This is how I know he don't run his social media. But it says, this seems like a good time to remind you that a black student in Mississippi is 2.5 times more likely to read proficiently by the 4th grade than if he or she lived in California. We'd be happy to send you one of our reading coaches to assist you, Gavin Newsom. Learning, see, he missed a great opportunity to put leering there. Learning is a lifelong journey, and you might achieve some of the gains that our black 4th graders have. Incidentally, one nice feature of increased literacy is that you do not have to fall back on vulgarity to seem passionate. Let me know. Now, I am just wildly curious what the comments say here, because Twitter X is a dumpster fire. So let's see together, because I haven't done this yet. Let's read these comments. John T. Ford says African nations are S-holes, and with arguable exception of Egypt, with the arguable exception of Egypt. See, I'm the one that can't read here. Says, what's racist about saying that? And by the way, before I go any further, African nations are third world hellholes. There is no shining Wakanda on the hill there to point to and say, they did it right.